Hi, my name is Chelsea Grabowski, and my final presentation is about Walt Disney Company and its methods of advertising. You might wonder, why advertise? Does it actually benefit a business, or is it something a business does simply because everyone else is doing it? There are actually dozens of excellent reasons why a business should advertise, although I've only listed a few here. Firstly, it keeps a business in the public's eye. Out of sight, out of mind truly is an accurate statement when concerning a business and its products. When a business is rolling out a new product, it wants to promote it and give consumers knowledge, not only about what the product is, but how it compares against competition in prices, performance, and availability. Giving the consumers this knowledge helps the business stay relevant, because it's easier for a consumer to pick your product over another if they don't know who that product is from. Also, by advertising your products and the most recent things that you have come out with, it forces your competitors to either at least stay even with you, if not try to outdo you, which gives you time to continue promoting your product while the other competitors are working on catching up. There are many advertising methods out there. I only listed a few of the most common ones. I initially started with just internet and social media, which includes Facebook and Twitter, as well as others out there. I then moved on to television, which is one of the biggest contributors to advertising when one thinks about just how much time is spent watching commercials in between the program that they are trying to view. I then added in radio, movies, and even mobile devices, which is the most recent addition to advertising. Before I get into the Walt Disney advertising techniques themselves, I thought it was important to mention the advertisement to children and how that can affect things. Psychologists and others have actually done research and studies to find out the most effective way to advertise to a child. It was found in 2000 that not only do children decide some of the spending in a common household, but they were actually deciding up to $28 billion a year of household spending. This, in addition to loved ones using toys as a way to show affection, whether it be at birthdays or holidays, all go into helping advertise for a business without the business even actually having to do any work with it when it comes to that. Now, to focus on Walt Disney Company's specific strategies, I narrowed the field a bit. I focused largely on television, as Walt Disney does when they're doing their campaigning, internet and social media, as listed before, like Facebook and Twitter. Movies and mobile phones are often the most prevalent ways of advertising for Walt Disney Company. We're going to start with internet and social media advertisement. Facebook is one of the biggest ones that they use, and they use multiple ways on Facebook of doing their advertising. Firstly, they have multitudes of different pages, all focused on a slightly different aspect of Walt Disney Company. This can include recipes, the parks, studios, and they also have pages just for individual movies that have been made, such as Aladdin or Beauty and the Beast, and so on. In addition, they have suggested ads within news feeds, and Walt Disney Company takes advantage of that. It often shows discounts, promotions, and even giveaways for Disney cruises, parks, resorts, and hotels. They use ad space on other websites as well, not just on Facebook, and on all of these, they are also largely focused on giving a family a vacation, a chance to bond as a family, and for parents to give their children the experiences that they deserve. Also, concerning internet and social media, we're continuing. Walt Disney Company has their own websites as well as links to further outreach to their information about their company. These include information on their missions and goals, not only concerning environment and animals, but many other aspects. And they also show publications and research on what they are doing to not only help the rest of the world, but to further their own success as a company. And predictably, they promote parks, movies, Disney Channel, Disney movies, and etc. For television advertisement, Walt Disney Company has a leg up on everybody else. They are the owners of the Disney Channel as well as ABC Network, and are also part owners in other TV programs such as ESPN and A&E. I believe SoapNet is one of them, and others. They use these television programs for their commercials, and they do a lot of advertising, especially on their own networks. They also use programs. Anytime that a child is seen going to Disney World in one of the television programs, that's promotion in itself and great advertising for Walt Disney World. Additionally, they do advertisements on other networks and stations, not just the ones that they own or have part ownership in. And once they have drawn you in and they've gotten you to come to a Disney resort or or whatever, they have special programming even on their own TVs. If you come into a hotel at a Disney resort, they will have special programming that includes Walt Disney trivia about movies or the parks. It has fun facts about attractions and other things that you can do while you're at the resort or at the park. And it also has channels just for Disney movies, Disney television shows, and other things. Speaking of Disney movies, they have advertisements in there. A lot of it has not changed much over the last years. Disney previews are still seen before the feature presentation, as well as other previews for other movies that are not Disney-based. But they use the previews as a big chance of getting their name out there and showing people what's upcoming. Additionally, the newer part of advertising for movies is that a lot of DVD menus now offer interactive ways of promoting a movie. There might be a hide-and-seek game or a complete the word or color in or something that has to do with an upcoming movie that has yet to come out that will help gather interest from not only the children but give the adults a chance to see what that movie entails. Additionally, they have sneak peeks at movie-based toys or games that might be coming to a store near you. That gives a child a chance to start working on their parents to see how long it'll take them before they can get that game. Mobile advertisement is actually the most interesting of them because it is the most recent. A lot of applications are available on all sorts of different cellular devices, and Disney takes advantage of that. Walt Disney Company has the movie viewer for iPhone, which allows you to view Disney movies anywhere for a price, but you are allowed to view all of the Disney movies are at your disposal. They also have interactive Disney games that focus on maybe just a character or an entire world from a movie that are all involving Walt Disney. Disney ringtones are also available on dozens of different mobile devices and applications. And Disney actually worked with Motorola years back and created a Disney-themed phone. You had a couple different phones that you could choose from, and then you got to choose what theme you would like for that phone, which was a great way of advertising and starting a day-to-day conversation with someone. Now, it's great to say that they have lots of different ways of advertising, and that those advertising ways are reaching out to dozens of different kinds of people and cultures and ages and groups. But is any of it actually effective? Granted, these figures listed on this slide can't be given entirely over to advertising alone. This comes from all sorts of other promotions and stocks and all sorts of things. However, I think it's a safe assumption to say that advertising has helped reach some of these figures. If Disney wasn't a well-known name and wasn't continually promoted and advertised for all of the new things that they were constantly coming out with, people would get used to the name and used to what had already been there, and then would start looking for new outlets and new things to do for family vacations. By constantly updating everything that they have and offer, they are staying relevant and keeping their figures this high just by doing what they do. Advertising is absolutely a necessary part of being a business, and Walt Disney World has done it most effectively. Thank you and have a great day.